A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I seek refuge in Allah from the influences of evil, both inwardly and outwardly. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. May His peace and blessings be upon the Anbiya alayhi salatu wassalam, from the first to the last, their families, their companions, their friends, and all Muslims up until the day of Qiyamah. Today's topic is one that should be close to our hearts, as it involves a vulnerable group, that is orphans. We all know how Islam places honor and grace upon orphans. Our noble leader, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was orphaned at the tender age of just 6 years old. He was taken into the home of his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib radiallahu anhu, and when his grandfather had passed on, he was taken into the home of his uncle, Abu Talib radiallahu anhu. The Holy Quran makes mention of many instances where Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam were adopted or taken into homes of guardians. They are Maryam alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, Yusuf alayhi salam. And we see what a great purpose they would serve later on. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us instructions on how to deal with orphans. When He spoke to Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in Quran, Surah Duha, which is Surah 93 of the Holy Quran. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Did Allah not find you as an orphan and then gave you a home with family and support? Did Allah not find you lost and gave you guidance and gave you knowledge in all areas? Did Allah not find you in need and made you self-sufficient and empowered you? So, do not deprive the orphan of these opportunities." A very clear and precise message from Quran on giving orphans an opportunity and allowing them to develop and become the best versions of themselves. Such great importance is placed on orphans, on caring for orphans, on taking in orphans, that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, whoever takes in, whoever cares for, whoever nurtures an orphan until that orphan becomes independent, Jannah is necessary for that person. The main idea is to integrate orphans into our communities and not to alienate them in any way or form. If we aim to follow the instructions of Quran and we aim to follow the lifestyle of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then we have to understand one thing. We have to understand that orphanages are not an ideal place in an Islamic community or in an Islamic society. In an orphanage, you cannot find a home with family love and support. In an orphanage, you cannot find knowledge and guidance that is required or that is needed. You cannot find self-sufficiency and you will not find empowerment. Throughout the annals of Islamic history and Islamic societies, you will not find any institution such as an orphanage. Quran, being the foundation of human sciences, has never sanctioned such institutions, as there is a great deal of harm that comes from these institutions in terms of emotional health, mental health, and development. Even when we look at health sciences, it paints a very sad picture of outcomes within orphanage environments. We want to highlight three major concerns when it comes to orphanages or when it comes to similar institutions. Firstly, research has shown that children growing up in orphanages develop between 30% and 60% less and slower than children that are growing up in domestic homes. The same research shows that children who are raised in foster care or adoptive care will reach a development rate and an IQ level of those similar to their adoptive siblings. And in the absence of siblings, these children will develop an IQ level similar to those of their adopted parents. Either way, their development is much greater when they are taken out of an orphanage environment. Secondly, there are many social workers and the authorities that use orphanages and places of safety as an easy way out of confronting problems. They sort of dump children in these orphanages, in these places of safety. They do not address the problems or the situations. They do not find amicable solutions. They do not find sustainable solutions. In the end of the day, it will be the children who are negatively affected unnecessarily. And then thirdly, if you just go on your phone on Google and you just Google Islam orphan, just 2 words, Islam orphan, you will find dozens of organizations that will be popping up on your phone, all rallying for support for orphans. And from all around the world, from South Africa to China, they will be rallying for support for orphans. But the funny thing is that these organizations, they do not promote adoption, they do not promote reunification with any homes or any families. They do not promote integration of orphans within communities and within society. Now this seriously questions the intentions as to their function in society. Are these organizations there for the progress of humans, or are they there for a financial gain? We see from this that orphanages or similar institutions, they do not fulfill the criteria and the commitment as instructed by Islam in dealing with orphans. They are not suitable for the development of children. The intentions and the functions are not clear, or they are non-existent for a functional society. They do not deal with serious family issues that are prevalent. So instead, we should follow the great example of Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he himself adopted the youngster Zayd ibn Thabit radiallahu anhu, one of the greatest compilers of Quran, making their home a breeding ground for success in this world and in the year after. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to empower the orphans and the vulnerable groups. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord and Cherisher of the world.